welcome there once again in the crypto, wise crypto. And yeah, stay tuned and also people invite your friends and family to know more about VEXT AMA. So thank you everyone for having here. Just wait a bit for our honorable guest. Hey Ben, can you hear me?
Hey, yeah, I can hear you fine. Yeah, we're obviously waiting for Rupert, so give us a couple of minutes and he'll be in.
Okay, so I think we can start now. Are you ready?
All good to go. All good to go.
Okay, so the first of all, I would like to thank everyone for having here and also to listen carefully about the CMA. And today we'll discuss more about the Veloce Media Group, as you know, which is a decentralized gaming and sport media company operating at interaction and also for the gaming, racing, and new technology. We'll know more about this project and also people. You need to stay tuned and listen carefully. So the first of all, here is our honorable guest, Bain, and the VEXT from the official account. Could you please, sir, introduce yourself and also your experience in the gaming industry, and then you can introduce your project a little bit.
Thanks very much, Jen. Yeah, appreciate it. Hi everybody. Rupert Svendsen-Cook here, CEO and co-founder of Veloce and the VEXT Foundation. Really excited to be talking to you today about our upcoming project and soon to launch token VEXT. It's a big evolution for our business. We're evolving an entire sporting group into the world of Web3, and really excited to talk to you guys about it, introduce what we're doing, and go from there. I'm joined by another member of the team, Ben Fuller here. I don't know if you want to say hi, Ben.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah, hey everyone. As I said, I'm Ben. I'm Web3 strategist here at Veloce, and have been working on the VEX token project for probably over a year and a half now. So I think collectively, internally, we're very excited to now be able to talk about it and share with you what we've been up to.
Great stuff. Thanks, Ben. Yeah, I mean, just to introduce Veloce to you all, I mean, we're 6 years old as an organization. We're very well established in the esports and gaming space, but also in the real world of motorsport. I mean, our USP for entering Web3 really is, we have a huge racing gaming community that is highly engaged in all and everything that we do. From a gaming perspective, our background is, we own and operate a lot of esports and gaming operations around the racing space, especially a lot of the F1 teams. All that you see of a lot of the F1 esports activity for McLaren, Ferrari, Mercedes, to name a few. We have a huge amount of involvement in all of that. We've had a lot of success in major esports competitions as a group. We have sub-brands to Veloce. A brand that maybe some of you have heard of would be Quadrant. This is Lando Norris's gaming and lifestyle brand. We're a big part of that business and a core part of that team, which is really exciting. We also have some real world sporting assets. So an Extreme E team, which maybe some of you have heard of. It's an electric racing team. We compete around the world in remote parts of the planet affected by climate change, and we raise awareness around climate challenges, whether that's we'll race off a glacier in the Arctic Circle that's melting, we'll go to the Amazon where it's burnt down, and we'll raise awareness around that whilst at the same time competing in international sports. So we're a pretty multifaceted organization. The ultimate ambition for what we want to achieve here and why Web3 is that we are the size that we are thanks to our community, and we really want to integrate that community, and we want to be the first truly decentralized global sporting group. And true to that narrative, as Ben said, we've been building and developing our Web3 project VEXT for approaching 2 years now, and we're now built and complete and ready for launch. Obviously still building and developing for phase 2 and beyond, but we're now ready to hit go. So yeah, really excited to connect with all of you, introduce the project, and answer any questions that you may have, because I haven't even introduced or said, given too much details on what the project is yet. But I mean, I was looking at it this morning on the testnet version, and it's so cool. I can't wait for everyone to see it. It's so engaging compared to what we see in the space so far. So really excited.
Okay, yeah, happy to know about yourself and also your project. So, as you mentioned, like you're doing some kind of environmental activity. So, I just want to know a little bit, like, what are you doing about the environmental impact surrounding the digital asset?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, as an organization, really, we're across, you know, a lot of areas in the world of sport that have a focus on sustainability and equality in sports. So, to touch on our Extreme E team, we have a legacy project in parallel with all that we do. So, everywhere that we go and where we compete, we always leave a positive impact. At the same time, as part of our Web3 evolution, we've had a big focus on ensuring that we build, our project in an efficient way, which is why, to be honest, Polygon was a good choice for us. It was very efficient in that respect, and ultimately, really true to all and everything that we do. Like, we want the community to decide and influence what legacy projects we do, which positive steps we take as an organisation to ensure that we remain true to that narrative.
Okay, yeah, thank you for the clarification. So, as you know, like the many games today, they said high cost and being playing the game, therefore start with a small player base. So, I just want to know, like, do the games within the VEXT ecosystem require any entrance fees or any starting condition? If so, could you say more about that?
Yeah, so I mean, off the bat, actually, that the token on launch, through the VEXT DApp, we have a loot box style game called Boost that is integrated into the homepage. And the idea is really like it's a really fun to play game. You can play to earn tokens, rewards, digital products, tangible products that all of which already exist within the Veloce ecosystem, whether that be merchandise, whether that be access to our competitions or leagues. So that's all integrated, and ultimately there is no cost to participate or required commitment to take part in that game beyond connecting your wallet at the beginning. So we just want people to be able to connect their wallet, play the game, and perhaps can even be rewarded with tokens off the bat. Obviously, after a certain amount of plays of the loot box style game, there will be you'll have to commit more VEXT to have more chances to play. But ultimately, off the bat, there's plenty of opportunity to be integrated and take part in and get a flavour of VEXT and the ecosystem, off straight away.
Okay, yeah, got it. Thank you for that. So let's talk about your token, VEXT. Could you say, like, where can people buy right now, and also can anyone purchase your token with the fiat currencies or any bank card? And could you say more about the utility for the holders actually?
Sure, yeah. So touching on the utility of what the token has off the bat, I mean, we have a significant amount of community and users that already want to have some sort of level of governance and rights over how we operate as an organization. So we're going to, off the bat, give a real significant level of, influence over the Veloce ecosystem, whether that be our teams, our drivers, our gamers, which type of content we create. We really want token holders to have a real say and an influence in how that is structured and what we do moving forwards. We actually have 6 gamified staking pools incorporated into the DApp off the bat. And gamified is key there. We have either a Grand Prix or a sprint where our users can pick their strategy, collect rewards, and obviously get the return on the investment through the staked races. And then beyond that, we have obviously the Boost game that I've already touched upon. We have 2 more games that are coming online very quickly soon after in phase 2, which one is called Predict, which is a really engaging sports predict app with the token integrated. And the other is a racing management game that we will be announcing very soon, already very, very popular on the App Store, and will be integrated into the DApp as well. Also, we have a lot of access. I mean, naturally, an organization like ours, we have an incredible amount of access to all sorts of events, sporting competitions, content. Incredible amount of utility is available to us there through our festivals and leagues and the rest. And then ultimately as well, the redeem element. The token I touched upon. I mean, for example, Quadrant, is a fantastic asset within the Veloce ecosystem. We do a huge amount of sales in the merch store there. We want our users to be able to redeem their tokens for merchandise in Veloce related partners and products. We have a lot of sponsors and partners to the organization today. We want, the token will be able to be redeemed against buying and accessing more of those products as well. So yeah, it's there's a lot of utility off the bat and a significant amount more coming in phase 2 and 3.
Yeah, thank you for that. And also, like people to buy their the token users need to make a digital wallet setup. Then you can purchase the native token, such as with the cryptocurrency like USDC or Matic through the wallet provider. So to know more, you can visit their website also, and you can check out their all kind of documentation. And people don't forget to join their Discord and their Telegram. This is mandatory for everyone. Actually, you need to join. So yeah, thank you for the answer. So the next one is, like many play to earn games, they are just being created as a blockchain games, but they don't have any kind of great features. Where blockchain is just one element they have. So how does VEXT stand out from others? Could you say some of your competitive advantages?
Sure. Yeah, that's a great question, to be honest. We obviously we come from the Web2 gaming world, and with a lot of success from a competitive standpoint, in terms of the gaming element, but also a lot of success and a lot of a great track record of building community and creating great content and great community around that content. So really, like, we're taking that approach to our Web3 evolution. We ultimately there is a Web3 ecosystem that exists, and this space is testament to that. But we want to really bring an enhanced experience to our users. And really, if we are going to effectively integrate and onboard our existing community who are, some Web 2.5 natives, then it has to be a level up on what they're already getting in a Web 2 world. So we have to reward them in a very effective way, integrate them in an effective way, and really ultimately provide value in an enhanced experience. So yeah, we're bringing the focus is on a Web 2 experience in a Web 3 world, and with all respect to the Web 3 natives, we want it to almost feel as non-Web 3 as possible. This has to be seamless. We have to evolve. We have to ultimately, to drive adoption for the world of Web 3, it needs to be a very straightforward process to onboard, to integrate, and to interact in the ecosystem and in the VEXT verse. So that's been really a huge focus and something we've put a lot of investment and time and effort into to make sure that we're very effective at doing that post-launch. So yeah, I mean, it's a great question because blockchain is integrated throughout, but we want to make sure that the experience is a very engaging one.
Yeah, that's cool. And also people, they have a great experienced team. They're working behind this project to make it more successful, to make it stand out than others. So no worry, guys. You just need to join and make your own research. So I saw from your website, like VEXT will become the economized throughout the gamers and also streamer community. So how do you intend to attract the more gamers and new holders in your platform? What is your marketing strategy on that?
Yeah, so I mean, we actually have naturally through our media network and all of our assets, obviously a very highly engaged, gaming community, as well as a network of creators and who are very well known and synonymous with all and everything that Veloce does. So obviously, naturally, all of the Veloce assets in time will be integrating the token and driving adoption. But at the same time, obviously, when you talk about VEXT become economized throughout the gamer and streamer community, like, we want to effectively treat VEXT and VEXT token holders and the VEXT treasury and the whole ecosystem as a shared bank account for the community and for the users. If we want to make sure that what we do is positive for all. And if the community want us to support and sponsor certain types of content, allow some of our favorite creators or the community's favorite creators to go and create a certain type of content in a certain place or take part in a certain competition or race or whatever, we want to be able to make that happen through VEXT and give the token holders the opportunity to influence and make that happen. So, I mean, ultimately, we want to reward everyone in an effective way, and really with the amount of utility that we have, the reach that we have, the existing platforms that we have, everything. I mean, we're very much an economy already, and with the token integrated, like it's the golden thread with that pulls everyone together. So, yeah, I mean, it's. I think that's been a real focus for us as well. You know, I think we've looked at a lot of other projects that have launched, and obviously they're not really launching from our position. You know, we're you know, I appreciate that we can't be at all for a minute arrogant or you know, things are different in the world of Web3, but our business has been effective at building community and creating engaging content and ultimately having them stick around, you know, for 6 years now. So we want to take that same approach into Web3 and bring a real fresh and engaging experience for everyone, where everyone is rewarded and the economy, you know, essentially sustains itself.
Okay, yeah, thank you for the clarification. And also, people, get ready with your best question. Like, if you have any more question and query regarding to their project, you can ask through this email, and also after you can ask on their Telegram group. So get ready, and also, people, don't forget to follow their all kind of social link. So could you say what type of the games are available when the VEXT first launches, and what is your future development plan right now, like in their 2023 and after that?
Sorry, I missed the question there. What was that?
Okay, so the question is, what type of games are available when you launched first, and also what is your future development plan right now?
Yeah, great question, actually. So off the bat, as I touched upon, we have the Boost game. You know, this is a loot box style game, play to earn with tokens, rewards, digital products, tangible products. It's all linked up to Shopify, you know, off on day dot when the project launches. And I wish you guys could see it because it's so cool. There's nothing like it in the space. When it goes live, it's a really, really engaging game. It's all linked up to Shopify. If you win some merchandise, you pop in your address and bang, you know, you'll get your merchandise sent straight to your door. If it's tokens, then the same thing, you know, straight into your wallet. And you can, you know, it's a great way to onboard and integrate off the bat. Beyond that, as I touched on, we've got the Predict app. This is wholly owned IP from Veloce. It's a sports predict app. It's applicable to racing, but can be applicable to any sport. Fantastic to reward again with prizes of tokens and digital products, tangible products, a really quick fire and engaging way for the community to play together and be rewarded for predicting the outcomes of certain events. And then, as I mentioned, there's 2 more games after this, which will be coming online and integrated into the DApp very soon after. One is a racing management game, really engaging, already very, very successful in a Web2 world through the App Store and Android. It's very, very successful and very engaging. Really, really fun sort of in-game play elements. The token, it's perfect to have a token integrated. VEXT with our community, it works so well. So that's what's next following that. And then we also have another racing game, a little bit like it's like a multiplayer racing game with a token integrated with a shared prize pot that is paid out. Again, that will be coming online anywhere between sort of the first 4 to 6 months post-launch, which, by the way, is set. We are set. The project is built. We're audited. We're good to go. We're finalized with quite a few big centralized exchanges already, which is fantastic news. We're just finalizing the date with our launch tier 1 exchange. And alongside this, obviously, we'll have our DEX offering as well. I would say that we're probably in a position to be going live. You know, we're obviously not in entire control of the launch date, but it will be anywhere between sort of the beginning of August and mid-September is when the whole thing will be going live.
Okay, yeah, thank you, sir, for answering all the question, and also hope for the best. And yeah, I hope that within few days you will be able to achieve your desired goal. So thank you for that. And also, people, get ready with your best question to ask our honorable guest if you have. So, sir, are you ready?
All set.
Okay, so I got first one is Sanj. Hello, Sanj. Hello, Samch, are you there?
Hello, Samson. Can,
Yeah, hi.
how are you?
Yeah, good. So
Hey,
ask your
man.
question, please.
Good, thanks.
Okay. Yeah, so I want to ask, how does your project ensure scalability and sustainability in the long run? Because so far we've seen so many projects come and go, but they don't last the test of time. So how do you plan to ensure sustainability? Also, do you have like a physical location where people can just walk in to make inquiries?
Absolutely, yeah. I think that's the biggest thing for us is we've realised in the space, credibility and sustainability of projects is they're few and far between. We're a real business. We've been established for 6 years. We have a very populated cap table. We have a well governed board and proper structure in place. We have we're just a bit more than 50, touch over 50 employees now in our London head office. We're based in West London. We're near Chelsea. Yeah, I think the fact is, of course, we're very well established in the digital world with the media network, our esports and gaming operations, and the rest. But obviously, our real world sporting assets. We have a car that travels around the world, competing in a real world sporting competition. So, yeah, this is not this is a real evolution of our business, a genuine evolution of a Web 2 business into the world of Web 3 for all of the right reasons. We have an unbelievable amount of utility, a huge community. We have to integrate both together. And I mean, being honest with you, like we were approached by so many, naturally with the reach, the engagement, the platforms that we have and everything. Over the last couple of years, we were approached by so many blockchain exchanges, protocols, the rest, offering us, honestly, really pretty crazy sponsorship money to ultimately serve Web3's ambition, which is adoption. And we realized, like, hang on a minute, like we're the ones with the platforms to educate, onboard, effectively, integrate a community. But more to the point, we're the ones with the utility that our community really care about. We should be the token here. And so, yeah, like that's a big part of what we're doing here. And this is something that we've raised real money to do. We've raised close on £4 million to make this evolution. We've done this properly. We've got really credible build partners, credible treasurers, we're a very credible treasurer. So we've done this in a way that, yeah, we're a well-governed and a proper Web3 project doing this in absolutely the right way.
Awesome. Thanks for bringing me up.
Thanks,
Okay,
man.
yeah. Thank you, Sans, for your question. And don't forget to follow their alternative social link and join the Discord also. So the next one is Peter. Hello, Peter.
Hi, hey, Jen.
Yeah, hi there.
Awesome. Hey, guys, awesome AMA. I love the project. I love everything. I love how you customize your Discord. That's very amazing. All right, so I have a question concerning the Vex, the Vex racing, the racing game in particular. How is the characters of the car? How developed are they? And are there any bonuses along the way while playing the game?
Sorry, man, I didn't quite get the question there.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yes.
Awesome. I said I have a question concerning the racing in particular, the racing game in particular.
Racing game, yeah.
Yeah. How developed are the characters of the car? And is there an availability of a shop where you can upgrade your car in the game?
Yeah, so yeah, great question. So certainly in the boost game, obviously there is no element of that. In the predict app, there will be more. And then in the racing management game, like yeah, there's a huge amount of opportunity to upgrade your car, how it looks, enhance it before you compete, as well as in the racing game that's coming up post that. So yeah, I mean, honestly I can't talk too much about it yet because it's pretty big, and we want to make sure that everything is all. I want to make sure that when we announce it, everything is exactly the way I want it to look, and it it integrates our users in the most effective way. But yeah, you have to take my word on it for now. But it's the cars look very, very cool. I think another
Awesome.
point, actually, just to add on this, and I haven't mentioned it yet, and you have reminded me, we actually have an SDK that's being developed and will be available to everyone again in phase 2. So before the end of the year, there'll be an SDK for people to build upon VEXT, integrate their games with VEXT, and really sort of hopefully drive and, will effectively drive more adoption of the token.
Awesome, awesome. Thank you very much. And lastly, I wanted to know concerning your NFTs. Are there any special NFTs to behold, or are all the NFTs the same?
No, to be honest, when it comes to NFTs, it's something that we're looking at. It's not something that we're certain that we will even do, or we were certain that we'll even integrate at this point in time. We think that the token's governance, its voting rights, its integration into the games, we have a real focus on the token itself and not necessarily any NFTs or anything related around that at this point. We're open to it. We may look at it in the future, but being honest, it's something that we're not integrating off the bat, and is something that we're keeping an eye on, And really, the only reason we're doing that is that we're conscious of our community and conscious of what will effectively onboard our users. So we to be honest with you, we did a really substantial due diligence and discovery phase. We surveyed our community, we profiled our users. We made sure that we knew exactly what would effectively integrate and onboard, and that's for that reason why NFTs at the moment are something that's it's on the back burner.
Awesome, awesome. Thank you very much for your awesome answers. I mean, the project is awesome. Thank you, Jenny, for the opportunity. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Peter, for your great question, and also stay tuned. So the next one is DeFi Crypto. Hello, DeFi Crypto.
Okay, thank you for the opportunity. My question, I want to know, for the DAO for the project, what kind of governance mechanism does it is it the people with higher that have higher amount of holders of the token can make decisions, or how do you control the decision making of the for the DAO? And also, I want to know, for the NFT, can someone lend his NFT to others and still get passive income from it?
Thanks. Yeah, a great question. It's something we spent a lot of time deliberating over to make sure that we've got the right approach for the voting mechanisms to ensure that big whales or large token holders don't have too much influence, and at the same time that the smaller token holders who ultimately who are core members of the community still have a fair and significant influence over the Veloce ecosystem. So we used a voting method that's called the Penrose method. It allows basically for balanced voting across the board, and ultimately it's the fairest solution that we could come up on to ensure that it was fair for the community and you didn't have outrageously weighted votes. And I'm sorry, what was your second question?
Okay, I was talking about the NFT, can I lend my NFTs to others and still gain passive income from the NFTs?
Yeah, for now, as I said, NFT strategy is something that is just we're looking at it. We don't have a locked-in strategy for it. The real focus is on the token, and honestly, being a token holder, the rights and the governance and the access that being a token holder already gives you before we even start talking about the playing elements and the redeem elements. So we've sort of focused it around the token rather than an NFT. But as I said, it's something that we're certainly open to in the future. It's something that we just continue to have running in parallel, and I'm sure that in time we will or we won't integrate.
I was just gonna.
Yeah, go on.
Apologies. I was just gonna touch on a bit more, as you said, about the governance mechanism, because I'm aware that some people might not know what the Penrose method is, but essentially, if you say have 100 tokens, it takes the square root of the number of tokens you own, and then that's equivalent to your voting weight. So if you had 100 tokens, your voting weight would be 10, and so on. So as Rupert said, we've really kind of thought about this and tried to make it in a way whereby it creates a very fair, fair playing field for everyone within the community. if you have a small amount of tokens, your voting weight is still going to count, and your vote is still going to count and carry weight. And if you have more tokens, then that's fine. You will get an additional weight on your vote, but it's not in a way where the smaller voters still don't get a chance, right? We kind of want it to be fully inclusive for everyone, and we really think that by doing the square root method, that this is going to allow for this.
Thank you, Ben.
Yeah, thank you, Ben. So yeah, DeFi, I hope that you got your answer. Okay, yeah, thank you for your question. So the next one is Imori. Hello, Imori.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes.
We got you.
Oh, okay, thanks for bringing me up to speak. So, my question, I just want to know about your community. As we all know, community is one of the most important aspects of a project's success. So, how do you plan to attract more users and develop your community globally? Thank you.
Thanks, man. Yeah, I mean, great question. I think that's our big USP. We are, as an organization across all of our owned and operated channels, we are the biggest racing gaming media network in the world. I mean, what that means is across YouTube and Twitch, you look at a lot of the biggest racing game channels in the world, they all very much belong within the Veloce media network for the most part. So these are really effective platforms to educate and onboard. We're not going to try and take people away from YouTube or Twitch or wherever they're currently consuming our content, but we are going to ask them to integrate and be able to enhance their experience with the Veloce ecosystem through the tokens. So we're very well positioned for that. We actually surveyed our audience, and our data is saying that based on our 38 million subscribers as of right now, around 31% of our current audience are total viable users. So, and they, at some point have had a standard, a decentralized wallet, or they've traded in blockchain or crypto. And we expect that number to grow, obviously, over the coming next few years. But I mean, that represents around 10 million viable users of VEXT that we have available to us through our media network. So we know that is obviously an enormously significant number. Ultimately, like I touched on earlier, we have utility that we know our community really cares about and will effectively onboard and integrate. So that really is why we're so excited. We feel like we're on a silver platter here for the world of Web3 adoption.
Okay, awesome. Thank you and good luck.
Okay, yeah, thank you, Marie, for your question. So the last one is the Bull. Hello, the Bull. Hello, the Bull. Are you there? Hello, the Bull. Can you hear us?
Yeah, hello, am I audible?
Yes, you are. Ask your question, please.
Hello, can you hear me? Yeah, hello, can you hear me?
Yes. Ask your question, please.
Hello, can you hear me? Yeah, can you hear me?
We got you, mate.
Yes, we can hear you. Ask your
Okay,
question,
so
please.
my question, I want to know, can you give us some of the reason why we should buy your token or shoe? Can you give one of the reasons why we should be the early holders of your token? And also, what are some of the deflammatory mechanisms you intend to control the price inflation rate of the token?
Yeah, thank you. I mean, first of all, why you should buy VEXT. I mean, it's hard when you look at the world of Web3. I'd ask you why you shouldn't. We have an unbelievable size of community and potential for adoption. A very, very high quality product at launch. The project is fantastic. I can tell you now that the centralized exchanges that we have lined up are big. I haven't seen anyone really launching with this sort of. I mean, we have so many centralized exchanges already signed and done, good liquidity. And like major, we're talking major exchanges here. So, the token price will only continue to appreciate. Our users will only continue to adopt and integrate. And so, we're ultimately everyone is always free to do what they like with their tokens and come in and out of an ecosystem like ours. But we are very confident that token holders who come in for the investment will be hanging around for a long time, because it will be a long-term appreciating asset. Whilst at the same time, our users will continue to come in and out and be onboarded. So we have a real focus on that. And then if we're talking about how we will manage the price, we have very, very, very effective and a very successful and a well-established treasurer in place with 24-hour coverage, a very well respected and reputable team on that side of the project. So yeah, we have an ecosystem to manage, and with already our treasurer and the core team are engaged and working on the project on a daily basis. So we ensure that this is as to an earlier question, a long-term and sustainable project, because this is an evolution for an entire company. This is not just a token project. This is an entire business evolving to Web3.
Okay, yeah. Thank you, Mr. Bill, for asking your question. So, sorry, I think we are enough for now. We have to wrap up the segment. But before that, is there any important news you want to share once again, or any closing statement?
No, nothing more to share. I mean, it's been a real pleasure to introduce the project to you guys. I'd really encourage all of you to check out our website, follow us on board on the Telegram, the Discord, join us and become a part of our community. What we've got coming up, I mean, we're one of the most exciting projects to be launching this year. We're very sure of that, and one of the most credible ones as well. So yeah, like I said, we'll be launching anywhere between August and mid-September. Really, we're going to launch with a bang, and we're going to keep that momentum coming. So really, it would be great to have you with us from the start, and it's going to be a really exciting journey together. So thank you for all for listening, and yeah, looking forward to what's to come.
Yes, that's true. And also, as you know, people, this is not possible to unmute everyone to take every question through this email. So if you have any more question and query, you can ask on the Telegram, and for that you just need to follow their all kind of social link. And thank you for having here, and also for your precious time. So people, you can learn more from their website. You can check out our Wise Crypto. So that's all from our side. So thank you once again, everyone.
Thanks very much. Cheers, guys. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Good day. Bye.